Hey folks, how's it going? I'm going to talk today about Ukraine and Russia because it's on my mind and I want to get it off my mind and explore my thoughts. I'm going to come at it from a mental health angle. Not to make Russia's invasion of Ukraine about me, but I mean, I'm a recovering alcoholic, of course it's about me. Nah, it's not about me. But yesterday, I mean, we all heard the news, right? Russia invaded Ukraine for a special military operation, whatever that might mean. And, you know, some of you will know that I do have a bit of a history with that region of the world. I was a Russian translator for many years. I've lived both in Russia and Ukraine for extended periods of time. And I just love that region. I love the people. It reminds me of Glasgow in some ways. Anyway, that's not what's at stake here. The issue is that yesterday, let's go back a bit. A few years ago I stopped watching the news because it affected my mental health, and I found myself turning into my dad, sitting shouting at the TV, blood pressure going up, feeling that the world was fucked. Because that's what news is, right? You never really get good news except little fluff pieces at the end to make you keep watching to the end. And I didn't like how that made me feel, so I stopped. I made a conscious choice not to watch or listen to the news anymore. And that was a good move. It's actually been years since I indulged in any of that. Is it indulgence? Well, actually, the desire to tune in, switch on, it went away. And then, you know, if I had the radio on and the news would come on, I would actually tune it out. So, but yeah, okay. We've established that I am interested in the former Soviet Union as a region. And so when I heard the news, which I heard from a DM actually from a friend of mine, Ruben in Belgium, he sent me a DM on WhatsApp telling me that Russia had invaded Ukraine. So it's like, okay, let's get on the internet, see what's going down. And I ended up watching it for 4 hours as it unfolded, watching it on Deutsche Welle, DW News, a German English language news broadcast. It was actually really good coverage. And their foreign correspondent or foreign editor, Richard somebody, he was excellent. But as it watched, I was actually writing my morning pages, which you'll know now if you've been watching my channel for a wee while. It's something I do every morning. And I didn't want not to do it. I also didn't want to turn off the news. So I started writing as I was listening. And there was nothing good going on the page. It was all, it felt fruitless. It felt like everything was fruitless because a war has just started, right? A world war. This is stuff you read about in history class. World wars. These are not things that you expect to happen on a Thursday morning when you get up in February 2022. It's like, but, well, it's happening. So, as I was writing, I try and write 3 pages every day, and I wrote 1 page, at the end of which I said, I don't think I can write any more today. And I managed to. I did fill the next 2 pages. But I was just feeling utterly dejected with the world. So that's what was happening in my head. So I turned it off. They had a break eventually. They put on some adverts or something. And so I turned it off. My wife came home from the field. She'd been out seeing to the horses, and she got in. And I said to her, have you heard the news? And she's like, it's not news. That's been going on for weeks because she listens to the news. So she knows about troop build-ups along the border and all of that. I mean, I knew obviously about the Donbass area, the 8 years of conflict. I know about the Crimea, the annexation, all of that. So she's right, yeah, it's been going on for years. So for her it was just like, I'm getting on with my day. And so I thought I could maybe do that too. So I came out with the dog, came up here. Clover there, the Basset, she and I came right to this spot in driving wind and snow. And by the time I did that and got back home, I was actually feeling like engaging with the world again, and that, you know, I do want to pay attention to what's happening because it does interest me greatly. And I am fearful. I'm also disappointed. You know, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. That's the only thing that there's just too little of, to coin a song lyric. And that's not what we're seeing in the world right now. But that doesn't mean that I should act any differently. In fact, I should be more loving than ever before. Just to counteract the hatred and the despair in the world. And that's all I can do, really. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pay attention to the news maybe once a day. Maybe turn it on for an hour. Keep up to date with what's happening. And we'll wait for the call to come through saying that we need Russian translators. Imagine that, eh? If I had got a job, in fact, if I hadn't broken my leg, I would have been in the army still. Well, maybe not still, but I would have had years of intelligence work and all of that. Who knows? That's all just speculation. But I'll sit by the phone just in case. My Russian's very rusty though. I'm not sure I would pass muster anymore on that. But yeah, I'm just feeling, you know, why can't we all just get along? Ukrainians and Russians are Slavic, I want to say brethren, but that excludes women. What's the word? Slavic neighbours. They're Slavic neighbours with a shared cultural past that goes way beyond the Soviet Union, there was the Kievan Rus, right? That's the birthplace of the Russian nation, is Kiev. Or maybe that's why Putin wants it back. And then he can say to his subject, look what I did. I took back Kiev. We are a great nation. Nah, it's just bullshit. Pull out your troops, Vladimir. Pull them out and go home. There. You heard it from me. Thanks for watching. Bye.